All right, so we're going to be using Wix.com for our website build. This is the preferred when you're just starting out because they have really good templates. It's really easy to use and it's not it's not hard. So I'm going to click on that right now and it's leading me over to Wix. So you should be seeing it come up and you'll probably see my own plan. I have so many websites. Okay. So you're going to see my plan. I am going to log out so I can show you how to actually sign up. So follow me please as I'm doing this. Make sure you're opening up your computer or your phones and following along. Liz and Carrie, how are you doing? Are you able to find the website? Carrie says yes. And Liz, what do you say? Perfect. Okay. So if you're signing up, obviously you're gonna go to where it says get started, this big blue button. And when you click on that, you can actually sign up with your Facebook, with your Google, with your Apple. You can I like signing up for things with my Google. Um, but you can sign up with you can do a whole separate one and just put your password and your email. So if you have an email for your business, this is where you want to put it. If you don't have an email for your business, just put your general email. So I'm just going to do a mock account just so I can show you how to actually go through this. So I'm going to just come up with this is the actual email of mine, but I'm gonna do a quick mock account. Oops. And for those that just joined, we're using Wix.com. Oops, I'm in the wrong one. Look at that. We're supposed to be over here where it says sign up. Okay, sorry about that. So I'm signing up right now. So those that are just joining, open up your browser on your phone, tablet, or computer and go to Wix.com so that you can, wow, it's already in use. That's really interesting. I did not know that. Let me choose another email. Okay. So I'm using this email to get in. Oops. Hi, Jonathan. So we're building our website. So right now what we're doing is going into Wix.com and we're signing up really quickly. This should take you no more than like 3 minutes to do. I'm just having a little bit of a brain fart here, but you should be able to sign up in like 3 minutes.
I'm late.
Did you everyone get the website? I'm gonna just put it in. I know Liz and Carrie said they got in. Jonathan, go to that website and just do a quick sign up. And Chase, hey Chase, how are you? Hi Chase. Chase, I don't know if you use Wix right now for your website, but we're gonna be using this just for today, okay? Um,
Okay.
so everyone just take a moment, 3 minutes, and when you've done it, just put a yes in a chat box or say I'm done. I'm just gonna be going through this and then we'll start. I'm gonna putting a little content before we get started and then we'll go into website build. Um, okay, enter your business website type. I am going to put consultant. Okay. So you can see here, it's going to ask you what kind of website you need. So you can select which one. Um, they're going to ask you about putting online stores and things like that. If it's a price, do not pay for it. Everything is free for now. Um, but the subscribe form that should be free. So it's always good to have a subscribe form because that's how you build your followers and that's how you build your emailing list. Is through that subscribe form. So make sure you choose that, you select that, and you have that as a part of your website. Okay. Bookings is also good. So right here, I'll ask you, are you new? Um, you can say I'm already open, I'm still exploring, or I'm starting now. So if you haven't started yet, you can say I'm still exploring. If you started your business, you can say I'm starting now. So I'm going to put I'm starting it now. So now it asks you what would help you run your business. Obviously, promoting your business is important. Managing your clients, if you're whether you're selling anything or whether you're a nonprofit, it's still good to manage your clients. And then this is a new one. I've never seen this here, but I guess because of COVID, you can meet clients virtually. So that's cool. You can select that, work from home, look professional. And if you have clients, again, you can select get paid. All right, so now I'm clicking next. Have you created a website before? Who has created a website? Yes or no? Just put it in a chat box. Who has created a website? Okay.
I've done one on a tutorial, but I haven't done it by myself.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Jonathan says no. Liz says kind of. Carrie, what about you? I'm just gonna put in I've created a mini. Um, but you know what? I kind of want to change that now since most of you haven't really created one. I'm gonna change it to this is my first time so they can walk you through it a little more. All right. So let Wix ADI create a website for you. And this is good. So they can create one for you, or you can create your own using a template, or they'll ask you some questions and it will actually generate a template for you. So if you want with the choose a template option, um, it would show you according to the category that you selected. It will show you. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Um, wow, this is so weird. It's on silent mode and it's ringing. Wow. Okay, so it will show you the categories based on the category you selected. It's going to show you templates, so you can browse through these templates to see if you like any. I selected consulting, so you can see that everything here is about consulting, right? So I'm probably gonna go with, and there's more options, so you can take your time and like go through this. And what I would, while I'm teaching, just do me a favor and go through the template so you can find a template that you like in your own account. Okay, so I'm gonna start going into building a website, but what I want you to do is I want you to select your template. All right, so let me switch over to our lesson for today. Uh, one moment. Any questions about getting in? Everyone okay? Did anyone get stuck getting into Wix?
I'm in, but like um
What's
no, it's
happening
fine.
while you're okay?
I'm I'm
Yeah,
I'm in because I'm looking at like what would you like on your website? Kind of stuck on there.
it's asking you what would you like on your website,
Mm-hmm.
or is it asking you for the type of business you have?
No, it's like it says recommend for you. What would you like on your website? And then it has like bookings, chat, blog, online store, events, pricing plans, forum,
Yeah.
Instagram feed.
So, are you planning on selling on your website?
Yeah.
So, I would select let me give you option to screen share. One second, because I lost my presentation. I have to find it anyway. So I'm gonna make you co-host. You can screen share, and then I'll walk you through it, and then maybe that'll help other classmates. Because I think Carrie said she got confused when she clicked the subscribe. What else did you click? All right. Um, yeah, it's a lot to navigate. It is a lot of stuff. It's a little overwhelming, by the way. They put a lot up there. So Chase, you can screen share and we'll look at your screen and I'll guide you through it as I'm finding my presentation.
I'm I'm on my phone.
Oh, you don't
I'm
have the
doing
screen share on your phone? You can
No, no,
screen share on your phone.
I'm not doing Wix on my phone. I'm doing it on my computer while I'm on my phone with Wix.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Does anybody want to screen share? Who got stuck? Anybody want to screen share? No. What else? Okay. Let me go into the lesson, and then when we get back to Wix, I'll try to walk you through it. All right. So don't feel bad if you're a little stuck right now. I just want us to lay a foundation before we just start clicking away, just so we have the base, the knowledge base. Let me start off by asking, what is a website that you enjoy visiting? Anybody?
Hmm, that's a good question.
Does social media or streaming services count?
Did you say social media? No, I want you to tell me
YouTube.
website.
No. Well, no, I haven't been on any websites.
Right. I mean, like, what's a website that you enjoy looking at? It could be looking at clothes or sneakers, or it could be looking at movies. Like, what website do you enjoy visiting?
I haven't been on one for a while in my
Oh, wow.
band.
Ordering food, booking movie tickets, any website?
Actually, the last website I've been on was like a year ago before my school banned it. Cool Math. Have you ever heard of Cool Math? It's like a game website.
Okay.
Wait,
Um,
coolmathgames.com?
no, yeah, yeah, coolmath.com.
Hmm.
Liz says she likes buying books. Which website is that, Liz? Who likes Amazon? That's a website. Does anybody visit Amazon to buy their things? Okay.
Yeah, we do.
What's your experience when you're on Amazon? Does it feel hard, easy to use? What do you think about Amazon?
I think Amazon is more of a compact kind of website. It's basically you just look up stuff. It's basically almost like Google. You look up stuff and it's a search engine and whatever pops up that's in their inventory, you got it basically.
Do you feel like, have you ever felt frustrated on Amazon, or do you feel like it's for you? How have your experience been using and searching for things on Amazon?
Mm, pretty easy.
Yeah. I think so. I'm an Amazon user too. I love being on Amazon. I would just price check. I'll be in any store and I'm like, let's see if I can get this cheaper. And I'll pull up Amazon and do a quick price check. So I enjoy using Amazon. And as you know, websites are this is where your clients and your customers or whoever is going to be in contact or interacting with your organization, this is your core sort of information center, right? Your website is the number one way that the entire world. So I want you to think about not just on in New York or Florida or Connecticut. I want you to think about being globally scalable, right? So don't think just about where you are right now. The way that the world is moving is everything will be international. Um, Businesses will become international, classrooms will become international in the next few years. So your business model should really be globally scalable. um, so think about your website being the number one way that the world will interact with you. No, it's not social media. Yeah, those are ways that you can. We'll have a lesson on social media tomorrow, but your website again is your information hub. It's where your information is being pumped out, your products, your services. It's the number one way customers get to see the value in your work and your product and your services. They begin to value you through your website. Research shows that small improvements into your website have vast improvements in conversion and sales. So your website can help boost your sales. If your website, and we're going to have a second part to this to talk about how to boost sales on your website. um, but there are prerequisites and there are precursors that has to happen before you actually get into improving sales or making your first sales. There is a website experience, there's a user experience that has to be perfected to an extent in order to get people to feel comfortable to purchase things from you on your website. So again, proving sales is huge because you want to make profit, right? Eventually, or if you're nonprofit, you want a donor to donate, you want them to give, you want people to give to your mission. um, and there's so much competition, there's millions of websites, so we have to make sure that our website really really sets us apart from everyone else. Any questions so far? So your website homepage, this is, and everyone does their homepage differently, but a good homepage is really, what it really should do is just direct you to the next page and the journey of that website. So some people like to jumble all of their stuff on the homepage. That is not advisable. It should just direct you to where that user needs to go. So you may want to have some imagery, maybe a video on your homepage, maybe a few things about the company, and then it should direct them to contact us, services, products. So maybe like a small menu where they can be directed to where they are, where they want to go, whether they're looking to get information, whether they want to read an article, whether they want to learn more about you. It should direct them again to the other pages on your website. So your homepage shouldn't be overwhelming with a whole bunch of information and images and content, because that can allow the user to feel lost. Um, and also just it would it would decrease the user experience. In a good website, the homepage will not be the first page. And I know this sounds weird because the homepage should be the first page. But when you think about the many different pages that a website has, sometimes when users are on your website, when visitors are on your website, they're not necessarily coming through from the homepage. um, some of the users may be coming through from another way. They may be coming through either from an email that you sent or from social media. And they may not be landing on your homepage. They may be landing on your services page, or they may be landing on your about us page. Let me just show you what I'm talking about so I'm not confusing you. I'm going to show you my agency's page, which you all are a part of. Um, So I'm going to go to our programs, right? So you can see that this is the home page. And on the home page, it's directing you to different parts of the website. I want to go into our programs. So if you look on our programs, you'll see that um, there are different places that a user can go, right? I'm going to click on Generation Z Project, which is a program within the organization. So clicking on this, you'll see that this page speaks about a specific program of the organization. There's quite a lot of content on here. I think it's a little too much content in my opinion. But you'll notice that the way this website is built, there are images that really connect with you as you click on this page. There's bolded letters, and then there's smaller letters. There are buttons that are clickable and they're huge and they're noticeable. Um, and then it makes it real, so you can look at the instructors and you can see their faces, and it makes it, you feel more connected to this page versus it just being some, page that doesn't have any real people that's connected to the organization. Now, if you will notice, not everyone is going to come through to this iRace Inc. website on the homepage. Some people may be landing from um, the Gen Z page. So people may be going into Google and typing in things like medicine programs for kids or for teens, and they may land on this page as the first page. So if that's the case, that essentially any of your pages can be your home page, that means all of your pages have to be set in a certain way that gives that user that quality experience they need to be able to navigate through your website and enjoy actually going through the pages. Um, Any questions? Anybody want to jump in, ask any questions, or ask me to clarify anything? Anyone? And don't be afraid to ask questions. Questions are good. No questions? That's a shocker. That means everyone's getting this.
No, I have a question. I have a question.
Okay.
It's just it took a long time to do it because I'm on a slow computer right now. Why do we need to build a website right now when most of us like we don't have a company right now?
Great question. So these are mock websites. You don't actually have to publish them. This is just to get the experience. For those,
Oh, oh,
what was
because
that?
for a second I was thinking, what am I gonna do with a website I'm not gonna use for another like 5 to 8 years right now? Like,
Right. So your website right now, everyone is at different parts. That's why when you look at, and we'll go through it, when you click on Wix and you actually go through the prompts, it's going to ask you, are you exploring, are you starting, or have you started? You'll just put exploring. Okay. So the purpose of this lesson is really to get your hands on sort of wet to actually start working on websites, but you don't actually have to publish your website. Jonathan. Liz, you had a question?
Yeah, you mentioned that eventually people from different countries are going to be able to see your websites. I was wondering if like would the information like change? Like if someone was in South America and they like spoke Spanish, would the information change to Spanish automatically, or would you have to change depending on? Or I don't know how that works. Like if you're internationally, would that just automatically change the wording
Yeah,
to
no, that's
like
a
their
great
their
question. So the answer is it won't automatically change unless you have when you're building your website, there is a way to translate it. Um, and that user when they come on the website, they can select their language, and you can have a preset languages of like which languages you want to have your page translated to. But you can actually, there is a translation service within Wix that you can utilize in order to make sure that the user that speaks another language, that language matches them. You may not get every language, but you can probably select the highest or the most popular languages of your client base and translate your pages to that. And there is a tool that you would use to do that. We'll get into that next week. So it's a great question.
Miss.
Yes.
So when you get to the part where it it asks you, is this a new business? So you just put I'm still exploring.
You can put I'm still exploring. Hmm.
Right.
Sure. Any other questions? Questions are good. Hi, Jasmine.
Hello, I'm sorry for joining so late.
That's okay. We're happy to have you. Um, so I know I talked about the website homepage, but remember, like I said, you may not necessarily, everyone may not land on your homepage, right? They may land on another page. They may land on your events page versus your homepage. So all your pages really should have a good user experience when people are on it. All right, let's go into content marketing. Does anybody know what content marketing is? Anyone? What do you think of when you hear the word content marketing? The words content marketing. Anyone?
social media influencers trying to sell something.
Okay. Social media influences, that's definitely a part of it. Absolutely. Anyone
Yeah,
else?
but besides that, I don't know what the heck.
Okay. Um, anyone else on content marketing? That was a that was good, Jonathan. Social media definitely, and we're gonna go into social media tomorrow, but content really is just information. Content speaks about what are you writing on your website? What are you putting? How do you know what to write on your website? Where do you start? Right? You have all this stuff that you need to put up, but where do you even start? What are you putting up? Why are you putting it up? How are you putting it up? It's your plan of laying out the information on your website about your business, because you're not going to put every single thing up, right? But you have to know exactly what are you going to put on your website in order, again, to make sure that visitors um, are able to navigate through it. Like we talked about Amazon, being able to easily navigate through Amazon. We can go on the search engine, we can type in our keywords, and we can find what we want. It's easy to use it, right? Because of the way it's laid out. So let's talk a little bit about content marketing. Number one, I'm going to start with users. When I say users, that just means a person going on your website. That's what that is. So essentially, if you're visiting a website, you're considered a user. Or if someone visits your website, they are considered users. You must put your users first. This is super important. Think about why your website is built. Your website is being built not for you, but for your users. Remember, it's the way that the world and people can interact with you. So when you're building your website, you have to build it with your users in mind. And we're going to talk about next week how to have conversations on your website, how to work through those conversations. It's a whole process. We'll talk about that next week. But we can't get into all of that today. So I'm just going to try to lay the foundation. So your users are first, right? Now, if your users are first, you must ask the question, who is using your website? What kind of people are going to come on your website? What are they coming to do? Are they coming to purchase products? Are they coming to read an article? Are they coming to look you up or just be nosy and find out who you are or what your business is? Why are they coming to your website? What do users want? What do users need when they're on your website? These are things that you want to think through, questions you want to ask, have some brainstorming sessions with yourself, and maybe bring in a buddy with you to talk through these things together. Um, you obviously want to drive traffic to your website, right? There's no reason in having a website if no one's visiting it. So you want to drive traffic to your website. And we're going to talk about ways to do that. A part of that is making sure that the website suits the needs of those that are visiting. But the other part of it is optimizing your SEO, which we might get into a little bit of that today. And optimizing your search engine, right? Making sure that you're putting certain keywords so that people can actually find your website, and that it's Google, it's connected to Google. That's a huge, huge, huge piece that is important when it comes to driving traffic. So again, user needs. When someone comes to your website, they have a need. There is something that they want to do. What do they want to do? Well, I want to sign up for your services. Well, I want to purchase a product. Okay. Well, if they want to purchase a product, that means you're going to need to have some products listed on your website and a way for them to purchase those products. So whether it's through a Stripe link that you put in and set up on your website, maybe you want to think about building an online store on your website so that people can purchase the products. Or maybe you want them to purchase the products directly from you and you just want the products listed on the website. That is an option too. So your user experience, again, it puts the user first. It answers the questions, what do users need and why is your website, who's your website for? Um, And then it also answers the question, what is the result that will come out of this? So what is the end goal? The end goal is to get people to buy products. The end goal is to get people to sign up for your services if you're a nonprofit. That is the end goal. I'm going to tell you a quick story. Last year, my organization was in a process of revamping our website. One of the things that we found out was we were getting thousands of views from all over the world. I mean, from India, from Africa, from the Middle East, from Asia, people around the world were visiting our website. We noticed that people would visit, but they wouldn't sign up for services. So we were trying to understand what was happening. So we did a lot of testing where we had different people from the organization go through the website as a visitor, as a user, and tell us what their experience was. How was it going through that website? Was it easy finding information? Were you able to sign up for services? How long did it take for you to find the button? How long did it take for you to click the button? Was the button clickable? These things are so minute, but so important to making sure you provide a quality experience for your users. Um, and so we found out in those sort of testing phases that there were a lot of problems wrong. First of all, the information was not clear. It was so hard to find anything. Some of the buttons were not working. The forms were so long, nobody wanted to fill that out. It was right. So what we ended up doing was we found a way to revamp. We found a way to pivot, right? And we found a way to improve and enhance the experience. When we did that over months, we saw that our leads, the number, and leads refers to people that sign up for your services. So we found out that the number of leads that we got started to go up by 100%. So user experience, what is the moral of that story? User experience is everything. Questions, comments, concerns.
Um, so what you're saying is that the UI that the person, well, I mean, can I kind of give like an example?
Of course.
Well, if you know what UI is on like your phone, it's basically the same exact thing. Whenever you're whenever you're going on your phone and you're doing different things, the user interface that you're using, that's what's basically allowing you to go around on your phone and tap on different applications. You have different animations and stuff like that. I'm guessing that's basically the same exact thing with your website. If you want to have people use your website and feel good while doing it, you're gonna want to try to make it as kind of fun and bubbly as possible. Because a lot of people like seeing animations whenever they click on stuff. They're like, oh, kind of just pops in their face. Stuff like that. That's what kind of desensitizes people to like, oh, this is a website that I don't really know. When they start feeling good, they're like, oh, okay, well, that's new.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like what you said, John, Chase. I'm sorry, that was Chase speaking, right? I know your voice. Um, I like what you said about that connection. That we'd be surprised that these companies spend billions of dollars into marketing, to making you feel good to buy. You ever notice when you go into stores, there's always like that music on? You're like, oh yeah, you over there dancing and you picking up everything. You get to the counter and like, what in the world? I was supposed to buy one pair of shoe and I ended up with three carts. That is because they're trying to connect to your emotions, right? They're trying to connect to you so you can feel good. You start feeling yourself busting out your dance moves in the store, looking in the mirror, trying on stuff, because that is the experience when you're going through that store. Very similar to what Chase said. When you're on a website, animations, different things, they pull on that user experience, they pull on your emotions, they want to connect with you, so that you feel good about that experience, so that you can come back and come back again and again and be a value customer. Okay, so it takes time, but yes, Chase, you're absolutely correct. I think something came in the chat box, but I can't see it.
I had a question.
Yeah, of course.
Um, so is it possible to like design the website differently depending on which device you're located in? So if you're in a computer, there's obviously like a lot more space, and like there's a lot more space for information to be put. But if you're on a phone, then it's just a lot smaller, and sometimes it just gets like crumbled, not crumbled, but it's just like too much information on your phone. It's just like too much.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great question, Liz. And the answer is yes. So that's called a mobile strategy. Um, when you start going through Wix, and this will probably take us time, but when you go through Wix, there's going to be a part that has mobile and a part that has desktop. So you can actually modify the mobile view of your website. But when you're doing your website, essentially, you want to think about both. You want to think about, does it look good on a smartphone? Because most people are going to be viewing things on their smartphones, not their computers. Um, I know I always go through websites on my smartphone all the time. It's easier. It's the palm of your hand. Nobody have time to like go to a computer and like be all hunched over. Like it's just too much. So the smartphone is the way to go. That's what people do. Depending obviously on what they're if they're filling out an application be a little different. But the answer to your question is yes, it's a mobile strategy that you have to make sure you're developing when you're in the process of building your website. Let me just say this. Websites take time to build. It is not a 1, 2, 3 thing. Um, Sometimes it takes years. So never feel like you have to crunch everything in and just do it. So Jonathan talked about why do I have to do it now? It takes time to build this. Sometimes you this is a 5 year, 3 year project. You're not going to get everything in one, right? But you will be able to build. You're going to build. It's a constant moving project. You're constantly moving it. Um, yes, also the way the store is designed. Yeah, absolutely, Liz. So let me go really quickly. I'm gonna move a little bit, and then we're gonna go into. I want us to go through, start picking out the templates for our website. We didn't get to go through everything. There's so much I had planned for today. So content strategy. Does anybody know what content strategy is? The answer is right in front of you.
It's finding out who your audience is. Um, Basically, you're just trying to figure out a lot of things and the best way to go about doing things.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a strategy. You're trying to figure out what content are you going to put on your website. So what do you think is information that you would want to include in your website? Anybody, you can just throw it out there.
Um, a calendar to set up different Zoom meetings.
Oh yeah, that's good. Bookings, right?
Um, Different what's it called again? There's like a tab that you can go to basically pick out different packages.
So services.
Mhm.
Okay, good.
Um, oh,
Like why you began your
an
business.
email, like a newsletter kind of.
So like a newsletter or blog.
Yeah.
Excellent. Anyone
That's
else?
all I
That's good, Chase. Anyone else? What would you include on your website? What's some information? What do you see on other websites?
Like an about me website.
About me. That's good. So something that talks about the organization or yourself. Okay, that's good. Anyone else? I'm not sure why I can't see the chat. It's really odd. But I think someone put something. It's just I can't pull it up. Um, yep, this is good about me. Something that speaks about the organization,
like the upcoming events.
company events. That's good. Excellent. Very good. What about contact information? How are they going to contact you?
I said that just now with the email thing. Like,
Oh, is that what you were talking about? Oops.
yeah,
Sorry about that.
like you could put your name, like your
Yes.
email, your phone number.
Excellent. Excellent. And you
Oh,
always
and
give
social
your
media.
business number. Don't give your personal number out.
And social media. Forgot about that.
Social media is really important. Always connect your social media to your website and vice versa. You can always put the links in your bio for your website and then on your in your social media accounts and in your website you can have the little icons. Make sure they work. You'd be surprised people put icons, the social media icons on their website and it goes nowhere. So make sure you when you click on it it actually goes to um where your social media pages. So that's good. Great. This is really, really good. Great information. So let me just go a little bit into I want to skip around a little bit. I want to go into website layout, okay? And then we'll pull up Wix. Well, I'm just skipping around because of time. So your website layout, we just talked about some things to include on a website. Typically, the things that you want to make sure are on your website or your web page, you want to have a home page and you want to have some place for people to contact you. That's super important. You can also do something like chat. Chatting is really good. People sometimes are on your website different hours, and you can connect it to your cell phone so that when someone wants to chat, you can open up the app and start chatting with them. And it's very easy and simple. So you can add that onto your website, okay? Um,
I
you want
swear
to
that's the best thing ever on websites. Whenever like I had this time where I had to like fix a phone plan, and the website that I was on to fix my phone plan. I was calling and I wasn't getting anybody, so I texted, and then immediately I got something. I'm like, yes, and I fixed it. I was like, I am not calling again. I'm just gonna do it.
and remember how good you felt, Chase, when you were able to get that problem solved, right? You were going there because you needed something. You needed to get that cell phone fixed and you got it fixed. You got the answer through that chat. So that's a user experience. I just want you to know that. That's great. I'm so happy that happened. On the other end, I was trying. Oh my God. I was on the Zoom website and I was like trying to do a live stream the other day. And for some reason, that I just couldn't figure it out on their articles, and I tried calling, no one answered, and I tried chatting. I was chatting with a robot. I was like, this is just. I was so upset. I was like, how dare you send me to a robot to chat? And then the robot, they don't really know how to be a human, obviously, so they can't answer the questions. You're like, no, that's not what I'm saying. It's just, I was so frustrated. I was like, I'm gonna cancel this service. So that's a bad user experience. You don't want that to happen on your website. But that's just an example. Chase showed a good example. I mentioned a bad example. But user experience is everything. Think about the user experience. Um, Someone mentioned the about page. Yes. I always tell people, and I know you're a minor, so you have to get your parents' permission, but make sure you have something about yourself on your website. A nice photo, you could take a nice little headshot, use it. You can use your phone and do it. Um, and talk about yourself. And we'll be doing. Liz, are you raising your hand?
Oh yeah.
Okay, go.
Carrie asked, what if there was two people in the chat at the same time?
Can you read it off for me because I can't see the chat.
Yeah. She said, what happens if like two people, like if there's two people at the chat at the same time?
You can chat with them at the same time. So I've done that. So it'll pop up as different chats and you can just alternate between the two
Oh
people.
no, she. Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, you can chat with them at the same time. So it's going to pop up as two chats. So it's going to be one chat, two chats. You'll be able to answer, go back to the other person. Um, and then what's cool about chat is you can actually pop in and initiate the chat for them, even if they don't initiate the chat. If you see someone, there's an app you can put on your phone and you can see everyone that comes on your website. As soon as they come on, it's going to go ding. You're going to get an alert. You can go into it and say, hey, do you need anything? Hope your experience is going well. You can actually initiate the chat for that user and it's going to pop up for them, which is also really cool. Of course, Carrie. I'm seeing the chat now. Was there another question? Yeah, waiting for an email, right? That's like so what? That's like so 20 years ago. Who waits for email now? Yep, that's it. Wonderful, wonderful. So the about page, that's where you should have something about yourself and maybe a nice photo of yourself with light background and talk about who you are, a quick bio or blurb about yourself. People want to know who is the person behind the business. So putting yourself on your website is important with your parents' permission, of course. Um, History and mission. This is really great. Having your history. People always want a story. I think I talked about this before. And I actually have, let me see. I'm looking at one of my hair products. Hold on. I cannot see this. This is so tiny. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find one of my hair products with a story in it. They, when you buy the hair products, they always have a little story in the back about how they got started. I don't know if any of these. Now my hair products are being mean to me. Okay, so I'm not finding it right now, but normally there's like a little story in the back of the product. And that story always makes you feel connected to the person that you purchased the product from. So always make sure you include something about your story or your history. Even if you're a new company, you still have a history. Everyone has a history. So even if, again, you're just starting, you're like, oh well, I've never done anything. Yes, you have. Talk about where you're from, and we'll talk about ways to build that content so that it connects to people. Your mission statement should be on your website. Put your mission statement up there. Your slogan, put it up there under the history mission page. Um, Programs and products. Your programs, if you're a nonprofit, your products, if you're a for profit. You should have that listed on your website, and it should be clear so that people understand what are you providing. People should leave that website knowing, okay, I know what Carrie sells, or I know what products she provides. She does this. They can explain it. Make sure all your products and services or your programs are on your website. When you're doing the content, make sure it's brief and readable. People are not going to read through all that information. I'm going to tell you now. People read about 20% of what they're looking at. Articles and information, I think that Chase mentioned this. This is great. If you can put a blog, you don't have to do this, but if you can offer resources, maybe a blog about um, something that's relevant to your company, that will help the user because now they'll start coming to you for information. And now they'll start visiting your website more often. They'll share the content because it becomes shareable with other people. And then your team should be included. If it's just you, put yourself, but your team should also be on your website. Images and videos. This is another slide here, but using strategic images, colors, and imagery and videos helps to improve the user experience too. So you want to think about those things as well. Um, on that topic, content with relevant images, they get 94% more views, and good images are more likely to be shared. So if you have a nice image up there, it's more likely to, they're more likely to visit your website. Strategic images, so these are images that provoke emotions, that connect with people, that make those your business real. It might be photos of volunteers, photos of yourself, photos of your team members, photos of your puppy or your doggy. These are strategic images, and also videos. Videos, you can put videos in your website to help improve your user experiences as well. People love watching videos. Rule of thumb, if you're putting videos up, I would keep it between like 2 and 3 minutes because people attention span is very, very short. Um, all right. So we didn't get to go through everything, but I want to stop for a second and dive into Wix. If we can spend a few more minutes and end a little later today, if that's okay with everyone. Are we okay with ending at 6:10? We started late, so give me 10 minutes. I can't see the chat. Can someone read the chat for me?
Everyone's saying yes.
Okay, wonderful. So let me stop sharing and let's go into Wix. So everyone pull Wix up on your go on your tablets or computers, whatever you're using, and let's pull it up together. I'm gonna start screen sharing in just a second. Um Odd. Where did my Wix go? It's like I have so many tabs open. I need to close. All right, we're gonna go through because I know we had a lot of questions about how to navigate through Wix. All right, so here we are. I'm gonna start screen sharing in a second, and I'm probably gonna start from the beginning. Is anyone on a computer that would like to screen share what they're seeing, or is everyone using their tablet or phone? Looks like everyone's using their tablet or phone. All right, no worries. So this is the templates. What I want you to do is I want you to go, let's see, let's back up. I don't know if it's gonna let me back up. I want you to go into your homepage. So go into Wix and go to your homepage. So you should be able to click where it says Wix, that logo on the top. Click on that for me. If you're there, just say you're there or put it in a chat box. Even though I'm not able to see it again. I don't know what's happening with the chat box today. Just raise your hand if you get to this part. So log into Wix. If you haven't created your account, take a second to create your account. Go to the home page, which is clicking the logo up in the top left corner over here. Click on that. Okay. Great, great, great. Carrie's there. Liz is there. Are you there, Chase and Jasmine?
No.
Wait, actually, it's not letting me click the logos thing. So
Oh, that's odd. What happens when you click on it? Let me
nothing.
try it from my phone because it might be, if you're using your phone, it might be a little different. So I'm gonna just go on my phone for a sec. Oh, okay. So if you're on your phone, there should be something that says get started. Do you see that? Oh my god, there's lightning. It's horrible. It's like not working out. Yeah. Oh wait,
But
did you
the
see
thing
that?
is that I already did the get started thing and everything, like when you was first doing it. But then
Oh,
I
you
stuck
already
on this.
passed that. Okay, so
Yeah,
you're ahead of us. All right. Cool. Are you inside the website right now? What do you see right now, Carrie?
I'm in the part where you said like where you click the subscribe form thing. I never left there.
Okay, so click subscribe. So just click that one thing and then go to next.
All right.
I'm gonna follow along. I'm gonna go on my phone just to follow along with you all. Uh,
Okay, I'm at the get started page.
okay, so you're on get started. So click on get started. Are you logged in?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So what do you see now after you click get started?
I see. What kind of website do you need?
Now what business are you going to be entering?
Uh, 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 Digital consulting.
Okay, so type that in. Type in consulting or digital consulting, and it's going to give you some options that are going to be relevant to that company or to that type of business. So everyone, when you get to that part that asks what website do you need, you should be typing in. Um, so I'm just gonna do it from here. For some reason, it's like so slow on my phone. I don't know if that's happening to you guys. It's like going super slow. Right. So what type of website do you need? Yeah. So this is where you were, Chase. So you can go into business. If you're doing photography, I don't think anyone's doing photography here. Is anyone doing events or music? I think most of us are just doing business. So you can click on business, Chase, and then it's going to ask you to either let Wix do it for you, um, or to create your website with the editor. I would just start with the template. So once you get to this part, click on edit a template. Carrie, did you see this part, edit a template yet?
No.
Okay, what part are you on right now?
Now now it says what do you plan to sell?
Okay.
Um,
Did you
so-
select that you're gonna sell something?
yeah.
Okay. So just type in what you plan to. Does it give you options or does it want you to type it in?
No, it gave me options. I already clicked the physical one. So now it says which Wix solutions do you need for your store?
And what does it say?
It gives me options. It says shipping and fulfillment. It says sales channels, online marketing, product sourcing, professional branding, and mobile app.
Okay. Um, so how do you plan to sell your products? Do you want to sell it? And what products are you selling again? Can you remind me?
Like clothes. I wanted to sell.
Okay. So did you see it all? Read it off to me just one more time.
The question or the options?
The options.
All right, shopping and fulfillment, sales channels, online marketing, product sourcing, professional branding, and mobile app.
I would probably do professional branding and the option on products. There was something with products. I don't remember
The
the fullness.
product sourcing.
Well, product sourcing, I'm not sure. Definitely. I would just start with the read it one more time. I'm sorry. I'm trying to like visualize it and it's a little hard without seeing it.
It's okay. Shipping and fulfillment. Sa-
Are you going to be shipping things directly through the website or will you do it on your own?
mm, I think I don't know, to be honest. What do you think is better? Because I'm not sure.
I mean, it depends. I mean, you can do it straight from the website where they order it, and then you get the order and you go and ship it.
Yeah,
Or you can,
I think I'm gonna do that one.
yeah. So you can add that on. What was the other one?
Sales channels.
You can add sales channel on there.
All right. Online marketing,
Online marketing is good.
product sourcing,
I will leave that out for now.
okay, and mobile app.
Yeah, you can put mobile app. You can add that in.
All right.
Jasmine, how are you doing over there? You're okay, Jasmine and Liz? Are you doing okay, ladies? I love this website. I just like I'm gonna play around with this. I think this is such a nice template. One of the things I'm trying to do, I'll share with you all, is I have so many companies. I'm trying to get one branding page that just says shanequamore.com. And then from that, everything that I do is going to come from there. It's going to just link to all of my websites because I literally drive myself crazy when I have to give like 5 websites to people. Um, so maybe I'll use this template. I'll play around with it a little bit while I'm with you all. Where are you at now, Jasmine? And Liz. Not Liz. Jasmine and yeah, and Liz. Did you get anywhere?
Well, I've already like selected all the options like a couple of weeks ago. So right now I'm just
Oh my goodness,
I
you're
think
ahead
I'm
of us.
done. Yeah.
I'm so proud of you. Did you start digging into your template already?
I actually decided to go with another site kind of for
Nice.
my
Which one
actual
did you go with?
website. I totally forgot what it's called. But
Was it Square or GoDaddy?
mm,
Did you want to open up the one that you went with and start working on it now?
yeah.
Okay, that'd be good.
Okay.
So I the reason why I selected Wix and why I like Wix is because it has everything here. The apps, it makes everything very easy for you where you don't have to spend a lot of time. When you go to other websites are really great. I've used other ones too, but one of the experiences for me with Wix is that everything that I need is here, all the apps, and I don't have to pay for extra apps depending on what they are.
Oh,
So
I
I
got it.
appreciate that.
I
But
was
I
using
use
WordPress.
which one is yours?
WordPress, but I think I prefer Wix better.
Oh,
It
you
has a
do
lot more options.
WordPress. WordPress is good. So WordPress, I wouldn't recommend starting with WordPress unless you're like a web developer. And they're also a little pricey. I would recommend starting with this. You can always transfer your website over. You can also transfer your domain over. So, and we'll talk about domains. Domains are basically where you purchase your personal URL from, right? And that could just be any place. You can purchase it from Google, you can purchase it from GoDaddy, and then you can take that domain and you can put it and sync it into the website under Wix or under WordPress. We'll talk about that in another class. We won't have time to do it today. But I just wanted us to at least select our template. Did everyone do that? Jasmine, did you get to select your template? I feel like Jasmine is like doing multitasking right Jasmine, don't worry if you are. So, okay, so you're if you're in your template right now, and we'll just take 2 more moments. What I want you to do is go ahead through the menu page and just start clicking through this. Go to where it says menus and pages, click through it, and just look at the options. So you'll notice that, for example, home page is already there, about is here, experience is here. I would probably change this right here, plans, blog, and contact. So these are the pages that's laid out on this website template that I selected. I would probably change this to, I would rename this page, which you can do, to probably events. Okay. Um, and then if you look here, things are again are already preset. So right here, you can see that these are obviously products that this person would be selling on their website. Um, because I'm not selling products, I would probably just take this whole thing off and I would transform this entire page. But you get to see that this is already templated for you. So if you were selling products, it'd be easy to just plug the information in. You would go into manage services, and then you can actually start changing around the items. You can start swapping, uploading new photos, adding pricing to it. Um, so this is, so again, I like Wix because it really guides you through what you need to do. So for example, if I was selling a product and I said something like business coaching, I would add that here, and one-on-one business coaching for new. And then I can upload an image. So I can either find a media, I can go on my own computer and find one, or I can find one through their, I'm going to use my friend's image. It's not published, it's okay. She just looks really cool in that picture. Okay. So it's uploading. So now you can keep the other thing is you can upload images and keep them in like this online drive, and you can have access to your images at all times. So whenever you want to input images throughout your website, you can just keep pulling from whatever is inside of your drive. So I'm just putting in my friend because again, I think she looks really cool in that picture. And then I'm going to save it. Oops, missing information. So then we would put an amount. So if I was putting like a fixed price, I would say 100 an hour for business coaching. Right. And then I added that service. Okay. So this is just how you can, again, go in into, if you were selling something, and you can see that it's now shows up here, business coaching. Now you would obviously need to set up like a payment link in order for them to actually book and pay for this. So that's that page. Again, there are other pages up here. Again, you would have to go to the pages part so you can go through the different pages, and again, create your own pages. You can change, rename them. We'll talk about how to do the SEO. We don't have time to do that today, but we'll do that another day where we'll talk about how to optimize with keywords. Blog, here's another one. This is cool. Blogging is really great. I encourage everyone to blog. I encourage everyone to blog. And it doesn't take a lot. It's just writing what's on your mind, talking about your products, talking about your services, blogging, connecting with your customers on another level. So I encourage everyone to blog, and thankfully Wix has a blogging part that's already embedded. Most places you have to pay for the blogging separately, but the way Wix has it is you can get it for free as a part of your plan. So blogging is great. You can set it up over here. Manage post. And you should be able to go in and actually write up an article. So for example, you can edit this one. And I've done blogging through Wix, and it works really well. So it's really easy. You can literally just go in here, like delete this, and just like write your own thing. Right? So you can just go in and again write your own thing, save it, and you can publish it. And this will make you writing makes you an expert, believe it or not, even if you're not the best writer. So blogging is really great. If you want to blog, you can put like one blog a day. Excuse me, that's a lot. One blog a week, or maybe one blog every 2 weeks. Um, but this is your blogging content should relate to your business. So don't blog about something that has nothing to do with your business. If your business is about clothes, maybe you want to blog about clothing, right? Um, so it should be relevant to your business. So we're out of time. We're way over time, but I'm going to take any questions. This is just the very beginning. We're going to have some more parts to this. But are there any questions anyone wants to ask or comment at this time?
So how do you save it?
Which part?
Uh,
Oh, right here. So there's a save button. It's save. What I like about Wix is it's going to save automatically. So, but you can always press save up here on the top right. And then, it's going to say this and you put done. What you can also, when you're ready to publish it, you're going to click where it says publish. Now, don't publish this until you're ready to publish it, because if you publish it, that means the world can see it. So just save it. And then when you're ready, you can publish it. Another great thing, let me show you really quickly before we go, is you can hide the pages. So you don't have to have your entire website together to publish. You can start with 2 pages. That's the beauty. You can say, I'm going to start with my about page and my home page. And you can literally put these pages incognito. So these pages, you can hide them. There's an option to hide. Let me see if I can find it.
miss, I don't see save.
Are you using your phone?
No, I'm using a computer.
Did you check on the top left up here? It's kind of tiny, so it's up here in the top. I don't know if my pointer is working. Let me see.
The left or right? Because
Oh,
I
I'm
am.
sorry. It's on the right. Oh my goodness. Wow. That was a brain fart. I'm so sorry about that. It's on the right, on the top right. I apologize. It says save right
I
here in
see
the top.
upgrade, preview, publish, but I don't see save at all.
Wait, you say that again. You see what?
I see upgrade, preview, publish. That's all I see on the top
Oh,
right.
that's odd. Um, and you're logged in.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before. Do you see anything about autosave? Do you see something that says autosave? And does everyone else see the save button, or is everyone seeing what Chase is seeing?
I
Yeah.
see
So
the save button, but maybe it's because he hasn't like edited anything. I think that's just an idea. I'm not
Did
sure.
you edit anything, Chase?
no.
Oh yeah, that's why. Thank you for that. So you have to actually put something in edit in order to save. And again, it auto saves, but I always like to be extra safe and I like to save it anyway. So but like I said, you can actually hide some of the pages here. So if you want to just start launching your website and maybe start with your homepage, you can do that, while at the same time just hiding the other pages. And there's a way to do that, but for some reason I am not seeing the option right now, but we can look at that another time. But again, you don't have to have everything together to publish. You can do 2 pages and launch it. All right, so we're gonna dig tomorrow into social media. We're gonna start building our Insta and our other pages for our businesses, so we can get our content out there to users and to customers, to get people to start knowing about. Even if you haven't started, you may just want to sort of test out the waters a little bit. That's a great way to do it through social media. All right. So it's late and I have another meeting. So I'm going to end here and send the recording out. I'll see you all tomorrow at 5. We're doubling up on classes because we missed last week. Um, So tomorrow we'll meet at 5. We're going to do social media. We have a guest speaker. Her name is Kristen. She's a marketing specialist, and she's going to be going through social media content and building up your social media presence. She has experience with building thousands of followers. She's a expert, and you're going to learn a lot from her tomorrow. So that's tomorrow at 5. It will be recorded, and hope to see all of you there.
Thanks, Miss.
All right. Everyone have a great evening. Have a
Wait,
great
can
evening,
I tell
everyone.
you something? Like,
Thank you. Yes, of course. Bye, everyone. Is that Carrie?
yeah.
Hi. Hi,
Hi.
Carrie. I think Chase is still on. Chase, did you want to leave out so Carrie could speak to me privately? I don't know. I don't know if he. There we go. Okay.
So I just wanted to tell you like my plan a little bit to see if it sounds good.
Okay. Is it your
So
plan for your website?
like for my business in general, kind of.
Okay. Did you write it out, or did you just have it in your head? Like what
Yeah,
did
I
you?
just have it in my head.
Okay, go ahead. I'm
So
listening.
basically, what I want to do is that I want to start with clothing, and a design to represent like mental illness and stuff. And then I wanted to save money on that to then create a nonprofit business that 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 helps us like come together and stuff.
I
So does
think that
that
is
sound good?
100% original.
Okay,
100% original.
thank you.
I love that. I love that. What do you envision your clothing to be? I want you to think about that. Like what about your clothing is going to really speak to promoting mental health, and um what is it that's going to be original, that's going to make people really want to like buy it? I mean, I love the social aspect of it, but I would think also about the designing of it, um and the uniqueness, like how it stands
Yeah.
out with having this nice social cause attached to it.
What I wanted to do was to um like think of all the emotions that come with the mental illness and make it into a drawing basically and then put it on a like on clothes. You know what I
I
mean?
love
Like
that.
on hoodies and stuff.
Do you have a designer, someone that will design for you, or
No, I don't.
that's okay? That's okay. You don't need it right now. Write it out for me if you don't mind. So, just give me 1 second.
What did you say? Sorry.
Um, okay. So I was like, I'm supposed to be in another meeting. So I just, oops, you know
Okay.
what? Let me stop recording. I didn't even realize that we were still recording.